Hello, good morning to you. I'm going to start today's session with a story. Okay, so there was this lion who was a cub who happened to leave its fold and ended up being amongst a group of sheep. Okay, so from that time on, the lion grew up with his sheep for quite a period of time. And the more the lion grew, the more distinct it found out that it was from the sheep. Yet it kept staying amongst the sheep. So this happened until one day another animal, while the sheep was grazing, another animal that looked just like this lion came around and rode to the group of sheep that were standing, and they all ran away. This lion hesitated for a bit and looked at this other animal and followed and ran away with the sheep. So when the lion went back to, obviously his uh, fold, which is among the sheep, the lion kept pondering, why did that animal look just like me? Why am I here? And the animal is there scaring us, you know. So this was it's a subject of consideration. Another time while they were grazing, sheep were grazing. Obviously, the lion was also grazing like them, eating grass. Can you imagine a lion eating grass when you should be eating animals? The lion was also eating grass and grazing with the sheep. This lion came again and roared once again, and the sheep, everybody flee. The lion too fleed away. On the third occasion, the lion went to a seaside to drink water, and as the lion was drinking the water, the lion looked into the water and saw a reflection of itself behind it. Oh my god. And guess who that reflection was? It was a lion that came to always scare the sheep. So when the lion that was among the sheep turned and saw this other lion that used to scare them, he just stood there rattled and startled for a bit. So the other animal now decided to communicate with this one. And you know what the animal did? The animal roared. And then this one that looked at the other animal that looked just like him now roared as well. But his roar was not as loud because he has not done it in many years. You know what I'm saying? The animal had lost his voice. So this other animal roared again. The animal now roared, and it sounded much more like a lion was roaring. And after that, the lion, took a few steps forward away from this other lion that had been among the sheep. And after taking a few steps forward, now turned and looked back at the lion as if to say, are you coming with me? And then looked back forward and then went. This lion that was there, that had been among sheep for many years, knew that this was his calling, knew that he had finally found his voice, knew that he had finally found himself, that this was his true identity. He left the memories among the sheep and everything he knew and went to the lion. And that was how he became a lion that he indeed was already. So what does today's story tell? It's about finding your voice. Each one of us has our unique voice or unique voices. The problem is society has done its bit to try to take away that voice from amongst us. Now, some of us must have had some very natural ability in certain areas that blew the minds of people when we were much younger. But these abilities were discouraged by probably our parents or our peers or people that were around us because they felt that they were not going to help us in the long term. But I want you to return to what the true essence of yourself. Who exactly are you? Are you what the education system says you are? Are you what your mates say you are, or are you truly who you really are? And that might involve getting back to activities that you might have left off because you felt that they were not necessary to the accomplishment of your dreams. I mean, personally, I lost my spark at some time during my undergraduate days, and I found out that I was missing something. When I was much younger, I was so much into football, and I played football for like I could play football from morning to evening, and that was like my passion. So I got into the Faculty of Law, University of U, and I just left the football thing away. I was just so focused on my books, and along the line, I was like, I'm stumbling. Like, I've stumbled on something. There has to be, what am I missing? And I realized that that little exercise that I overlooked was exactly what I wanted. That little football I used to play back when I was younger was what I wanted. And when I started playing it again, I began to find my feet. I began to find my footing. So the same thing can apply to you. Maybe there's an activity in your life that you used to do that you just left off because it felt okay. I need to accomplish my dreams by all means, and I have to let go of this. Maybe you don't have to entirely let go of it. Maybe you have to try and create room for it. At this juncture, I've said a lot. This is getting to 7 minutes. But I think the story resonates to just about every one of us. It's about finding our voices, finding our unique voices, because each one of us has a voice. The world needs to hear you, just like it's currently hearing me right now. So it is our responsibility to find our voices. That is what I'm talking about today. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.